Hello from all of us at TranslatePress. One thing's for certain, WordPress is an awesome tool for building a multilingual website. However, can you actually make WordPress multi-language without a plugin? The short answer is yes, but it comes with a price. Not in monetary terms, but the setup is a bit complex, and the approach takes a lot more time to maintain. But I'll show you how to do it anyway, alongside a simpler and way faster solution at the end. So first, let's start with setting up our WordPress Multisite, a stock functionality that basically lets you run multiple sites on the same instance of WordPress. In order to set up Multisite, you'll have to tweak a line of code in WordPress's main config file, as the option is hidden by default to keep things simpler. But before we do that, it's a good idea to check your permalink structure by going from your WordPress dashboard to settings, then permalinks. These should be set to something like post names, or things will start getting even more confusing. Next, depending on your host, you'll need to connect to your site either via FTP or the file manager from cPanel to grab the file I mentioned earlier. I will go with the cPanel route. Here, in the main folder of your site, you will find the wp-config.php file. You need to download it, open it in your favorite text editor, and add this line, just above the line that reads, "That's all, stop editing, happy publishing." You should find it towards the end of your document. Save your file, go back to your file manager or FTP client, and overwrite the existing file on the server. Now, when you return to your WordPress dashboard, you'll see a new option under Tools called Network Setup. If you click it, you should be able to start the setup procedure. But because I'm not on a fresh install of WordPress, and I'm doing these steps after I've built my site, it's going to ask to disable all the plugins I have activated. I'll simply click the Deactivate Your Plugins link in the prompt. This will take me to the plugins page, where I can deactivate all my plugins and then get back to network setup under Tools. You'll see a different screen this time, where you can change the network title and admin email. I'll leave them as is and click on install. You'll be prompted with another screen that describes a couple more changes to your WordPress core files. Copy the contents for wp-config file and head back to your cPanel or FTP client and grab the .htaccess file as well. In my case, there is no such file, so I'll have to create one from scratch, but yours might be there, so it's a good idea to check beforehand, as sometimes they might include other important configurations that we don't want to overwrite. I'll open the wp-config file that I've downloaded earlier and paste in the same place as before. By the way, before this step, it's a good idea to keep a copy of your original files. If something goes wrong in the process and your site gets broken, replacing these files with their original versions will return your site to normal. Next, I will create an empty file and grab the piece of code for the .htaccess file from the previous screen. I'll paste it in the text editor and save. If yours was on the root folder of your site, you will just have to add this piece of code to your existing file. Then we just have to upload the files back to the server. Remember to allow overwriting. Next, refresh your dashboard. You'll be prompted to relog in. When you do that, you'll get redirected to the Multisite network's main admin. It looks pretty much like the normal WordPress dashboard, but the interface is a bit simpler and there are some additional options in the top menu. Next, we need to create separate sites for individual language versions. We will treat our main site as the primary language version. So from the network admin, go to Sites and click on Add New in the following screen. In the site address field, add the country code of the target language, for example ES for Spanish. Depending on your host, this can be either a subdomain or a subfolder. If your hosting provider doesn't allow subfolders, you'll have to go back to cPanel and create the same subdomain you've created in WordPress, then point it to the root folder of your site. The site title is really up to you, but your original title should work. Site language, in my case, Espanol. and all that's left is the admin email. Once you fill this out, click the Add Site button. Just like that, you set up a fresh WordPress site to serve as a separate language version. But that's the problem here. You've just created a fresh site. No plugins, no configurations, no content, no customizations, no posts, no anything. You'll have to manually recreate each of these on your fresh site and do it all in the target language. As you probably figured out, this is going to take a while. Once you're done, the last thing left to do in terms of configurations is to link the sites together so that the reader can change to a different language version easily. The simplest way to do this is by adding a standard link to the other language version in the main menu. To make it look good, you can use a flag icon to represent the language. So from your WordPress dashboard, go to Appearance, then Menus, click on the custom link, and in the URL field, add your site's URL together with the country code. Basically, the site we've just created and the flag icon as the link text, followed by Add to Menu. Don't forget to save your menu when you're done. One last thing to consider is that adding content to your site now becomes adding content to both of your sites and can easily double your update and posting times. Unfortunately, there's no practical way to speed it up, unless of course you use a plugin like TranslatePress, in which case the job becomes so much easier. With the plugin installed, go to its settings page. You just have to add a new language from this dropdown, hit the save button, and click the Translate Site button at the top. This will load up the TranslatePress visual translation editor, from which you can simply change your display language on the left sidebar, hover over any string on your site, click the pencil icon, insert your translation here, followed by hitting save at the top. You can just repeat the process for everything you see on your site. You can even replace images that have text in them, or better yet, use automatic translation and let Google Translate handle your translations for you. All for free, easy, and fast, with no need to edit any of your WordPress files or code, hence no technical skills are required. So there you have it. That's how you can turn your site multilingual without a plugin. It's a lot of work, and the time it takes you to maintain everything will increase exponentially with the amounts of languages you add. For more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a like if you found this useful. For more information, make sure to check out our documentation linked in the description. Thanks for watching.